Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to race number 11 of the third season of the DRL Red Bull GT Series. After today, we only have two more races left to go in 2024, and then the final 10 races, as they technically would like to call it, the chase to the championship, will conclude in 2025. So that should be a lot of fun. But we're going to first focus our attention on this race, another mile track of Hillside, getting ready for 60 laps of racing. Emma Kaiser starts on the pole position for today's race. Emma Kaiser, 36th in points, still looking for her first win on the season. Her teammate, uh, Tatiana Noguera, alongside. Tatiana Noguera, fourth in the points table. She's actually tied with J Ard. Will Parrish in row number two. Will came into this race dropping 7 spots down to 14th in the points. And alongside of him is Nathan Murphy in the two. Murphy is tied with Addison Peterson for 23rd position in the point standings. You look at the rest of the starting lineup. Speaking of Addie, she is starting at the rear of the field. The point standings coming in this race: Skylar Taylor has a 6-point lead over T Mauser. J Ard is third in the standings, 15 points back, tied with Tatiana Guerra, as I just mentioned. Carlos Rodriguez jumped 4 spots up to fifth in the standings. J Underhill is sixth. By the way, Carlos Rodriguez is the rookie points leader, I should point out. Chaz Farmer is seventh. Summer Wagner dropped 3 spots down to eighth in the standings. And then tied for ninth is Bradley Reim and Courtney Lynn. Both of them are 50 points out of the points lead. Let's make sure all of these drivers roll off for today's race. This is the let me start that over since I disturbed. This is the mile racetrack that is called Hillside, uh, where we ran the November holiday race last season. It's a fun mile track, 60 laps, 60 miles. That's pretty much how this race will fan out. As we're going to get ready to go green, pace car is off, and race number 11 of the third season of the DRL Red Bull GT Series is underway. Let's go racing, drivers. And here comes the lead changes right now. Will Parrish going to go for the race lead. A lot of drivers need to start getting their championship hunt taken care of. Already know Zachary Taylor, Ricky Cervantes, Luis Hernandez, Jared Johnson are out of the conversation. I could also throw Maddie Crenshaw in that list, but she's going to need a lot of help to get her championship going in a convenient way. This is actually the most drivers we've had for a single season of the Red Bull GT Series, 43 to be exact. Cody Smart takes the lead over Elena Aurora. Cody Smart, 4 spots gained to 34th in the points. Elena Aurora dropped 9 spots down to 25th position in the points. Elena Aurora. Will Parrish going to go to the inside of Elena Aurora, the Spaniard. Elena Aurora will be back in the Red Bull GT Series next season. There will be a season 4 for anyone asking about the future of this series. Whoop whoop. Hope everybody's excited about about season 4 of the Red Bull GT series. These drivers know that the lead changes will be frequent as the race goes on. I think the trouble spot will be coming off of turn 2 because as the race goes along and with the sunny racetrack, drivers get a little tight coming off that corner. And every time you have a 3 wide situation, you slide up to the car that's either tight or loose and into another driver, and then you'll end up having a major wreck in turn 3. And we've seen that a lot here at Hillside. Talking about Hillside, have we raced at Hillside before? We have not. So this is a new track for the Red Bull GT series. Of course, the Monster Energy Series drivers have raced at Hillside before. One of them coming up to pass Will Parrish, that would be Courtney Lynn, our winner from Memphis. Courtney Lynn in the 12 for part of Zachary Taylor's drivers. Courtney Lynn is 10th in the points, tied with Bradley Reen coming in this race. So, you talk about a driver from the X Monster Energy series. Of course, Monster Energy and PCS Ray not going to be doing another NR series anymore after next season. Courtney Lynn knows, she's looking forward to being a part of the WRA Oreo Cup series. That'll be coming back very soon. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to get a custom paint scheme made for the 26 because I will be entering the 26 in the Oreo Cup series on a quote part-time schedule. So, and I know a certain person that likes to say the R word about a series. Well, I'm not going to quote R word anybody's series. Just saying. Of course, the Oreo Cup Series will be running the Gen 7 cars, which we're going to have some familiar names back in the series, like Chris Washer, Anthony Ritchie, Luis Hernandez, who's in this series, by the way. Just to name a few. We're going to have a lot of those names. Marinelli De Leon going to be a part of that series. Going to be really fun to have the next gen cars for the Oreo Cup Series. That'll be for the upcoming I think it's season 5. I'll have to go back and Anthony Ritchie did 2 seasons of Monopoly. Was going to do a third season. Was going to do the Oreo Cup series, but I took over in 2022 because I knew that series needed to be revived. And of course, we're not running on the Monster Energy 18. We're going to be running the next gen cars, the 2024 paint scheme. So, yay. I'm just getting a paint scheme made for the 26, so that way, because I will be entered in Go or Go Homers as far as the Go or Go Home deal, the non-charter system. Should be interesting to see what happens in that series, and hopefully we'll have some drivers signing up, and I will talk more about that when we get into the Oreo Cup Series whenever we cross that bridge. Of course, we're still going to have the Chevy Camaros, we're going to have the uh, Ford Mustang, which will now have a dark horse. And we will still have the as Blake Wagner going to take the lead. Block, as they like to say. Blake comes in this race. Where is he in points? He dropped 2 spots down to 13th on the points, but still having a very good season. Not too far behind his sister Summer, both from the Tupper Lake area of Maryland. I apologize about that. You don't need to see that. Thank you. Sorry about that. My stupid setting deal had to pop up for whatever reason as we look at the Chaz Farmer situation in the 34. I will have more details of the Oreo Cup Series in the WRA Discord. So, for any of you that have not joined the WRA Discord, I have it on my channel. So we'll be talking about the All American Series, which will be the Arca Menard Series cars, which we're going to have 50 of them. And I'm going to, of course, have reserve rides for. I'm only going to do one male, one female driver from my team because I want them to have as much experience as I can. So, and of course, we're going to have 50 drivers, which means, for the first race, that means we're guaranteed to have somebody go home, which sucks, but that's the nature of the way this go or go home system works. So at the halfway mark of today's race, Chaz Farmer is still the race leader. Of course, I will start this series. I will start doing the Oreo Cup Series while there are races for Trucks Bush and Winston Cup Series that I've done for the final season of PCS Array. And I will discuss all the details for the Oreo Cup Series coming up for 2025. And of course, that will take place once this season ends. So, yes. Which I will discuss about the Oreo Cup Series, the WRA's Discord. Which I'll talk about that later on in a separate video. Emma Kaiser, Sebastian Palmer. Sebastian Palmer comes into this race 19th in the points, gained a spot last time out. Emma Kaiser, 36 in points. So talk about a driver who really needs a good run. And the caution is out for the first time today. Looks like a trouble incident down the back straightaway, I assume. That's correct. J Ard is involved. Logan Williams T Mauser second in points involved. That's, by the way, third in points. And possibly T Noguera. A lot of damage to Mauser. J Ard got stuck on the apron. And Logan Williams involved. Caution's out for the first time today. Let's jump back and look at the replay to see what happened. And here's what happened here. I was just talking about turn 2 being a trouble spot. And it looks like Jesse's car got a bit tight. And as she was getting out of the throttle, T Mauser ran into the left rear of her. And the bad part about this track, what goes down must come up. And Mauser got into Logan Williams, and that's what sent J Ard into the wall. It's amazing we only got away with a 3-car incident there. But the bad news is that J Ard and T Mauser, 2 drivers that are trying to run down the gal that who is the points leader. That would be Skylar Taylor. I don't know where Skylar Taylor's running, as Mauser just runs into the Logan Williams. Logan Williams' day is done. That's a tough break for the DRL president. J Ard and T Mauser did not need this. Those are, by the way, second and third in points. And we'll find out where the gal that they were trying to run down for the points lead is running of Skylar Taylor's. We get back to the restart here at Hillside. Getting ready to go back to green on lap number 42 of 60. Would be giving us 19 laps of racing to go. Chaz Farmer is the leader. Sebastian Palmer is second. Emma Kaiser is third. Cody Smart fourth. Courtney Lynn fifth. Elena Aurora sixth. Maddie Crenshaw seventh. Blake Wagner, as they want me to call it, is eighth. Will Parrish ninth. And Kasumi Takashi will complete your top 10. Drivers out after that incident. J Underhill went out of the race due to a mechanical failure. A header blew on his 07 machine. That's a tough break for him. And then J Ard third in points and Logan Williams out of the race. Logan Williams came in this race 15th in the points. J Ard third in points. T Mauser second in points, restarting in 37th. As we're back to green, the gal that we were trying to run down for the points lead, Skylar Taylor, running in 19th. She comes in this race as your points leader. As we're back to green. And a couple of drivers who came in running well in points did not need a result like this. So I can tell you the points are going to be mighty shaken up heading into next week's race. And someone's already pinging me in a server I'm in. Like, I really need to be pinged at this time at night. Especially when I'm working on a race. Next week, we're heading to the Michigan International Raceway. 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Oh, that's why. Figured. Down to 14 laps of racing to go and across the line. Cody Smart going to take the race lead. Courtney Lynn getting a little squirrely off of turn number 2. Courtney Lynn 10th in the points table. J Underhill, by the way, was second in the Rookie of the Year standings. The guy he was trying to run down for the points lead is Carlos Rodriguez, running in 19th. He was your rookie points leader coming into this race. So, and the two were only separated by 1 point. So, looks like we might have a new rookie points lead after today, and we might have a new points leader. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. Because I noticed T Noguera is not running well. There she is at the rear of the field, 36. Comes in this race 4th in the points. Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck. Oh, J Ard just got collected by somebody. Oh, Henrietta Fitzwater's involved, and the yellow is out. Benelli was involved. Nathan Murphy's upside down. Dylan Van Dyke, defending series champion Addie Peterson. Don't know if she got collected in this wreck. And the yellow is out as T Mauser's got an issue. Looks like he must have been involved in whatever this yellow was. And A Crenshaw led us back to the line. We're going to have a single file restart as caution's out for the second time today. Let's find out what happened. Looks like we're going to have some tempers flaring after this race as Anthony Finelli, just like what happened to J Ard, got tight. Sean had a heck of a run. And Sean ends up spinning the 64 around. And like I said, this is the problem I had. We had 3 drivers that got away with this. We're going to have more drivers involved in this one. And right there, Sean gets collected, gets Nathan Murphy. There's Dylan Van Dyke. Summer Wagner got through. Henrietta Fitzwater did not. How did the 2 get... this is where the part of the problem was. Excuse me. So Murphy gets collected. Looks like he gets hit by Ingrid Pollard because Pollard was on the apron there. I'm not sure why. And then Trinity Lee's the one who's going to ram the GMAC Chevy Corvette. That's what sent him upside down. And Addison Peterson gets a little nick on her Rain-X Dodge Viper. And Nathan Murphy just stays upside down. Nathan Murphy, 23rd in the points, did not need this. Henrietta Fitzwater came into this race in the 22nd position in points. She did not need this either. Dylan Van Dyke, who got a piece of this wreck, 29th in points, having a really struggling season. And then I still need to find out why T Mauser is smoking. Unless he blew up. Or if we had another... Yeah, he kind of blew up. Yep, the engine let go on his 10 machine, just trying to ride it out. Remember, he came out second in points. The gal he was trying to run down for the points lead, Skylar Taylor, was running inside the top 20, so it looks like Skylar might keep the points lead. So, yellow's out for the second time today. Let's get to the restart here at Hillside. Going to be 6 laps of racing to go when we get back to green. A Crenshaw, Courtney Lynn, Cody Smart, Blake Wagner, Lane Aurora, Sebastian Palmer, Takazumi Takashi, Chaz Farmer, Will Parrish, and Kyle Langeland, your top 10. Green flag back underway. Drivers out from that incident. Dylan Van Dyke, T Mauser will get 35th. Came as second in points. Anthony Finelli, J Ard out of the race. They join Logan Williams, J Ard, and J Underhill, who have gone behind the wall. 32 drivers on the lead lap, 33 still in this race. So, and where is Skylar Taylor running? 19th. So it looks like Skylar Taylor, the good news for her, a lot of drivers who were trying to run her down for the points lead, really did not need some poor results. And a lot of drivers who came in running well in points did not need something like this to happen. So I can tell you the points are going to get shaken up heading into next week at Michigan. A Crenshaw looking for her first career DRL Red Bull GT Series win. In only her 10th career start. We saw Courtney Lynn pick up her win not that long ago at Memphis a few weeks ago. A Crenshaw, despite missing a race, 37th in the points, has had a kind of a bumpy road, if you ask me, as we're down to 2 to go. So a well-needed run for the 36, and traffic for the leaders. Henrietta Fitzwater going to play a factor into this race, and Matty Crenshaw picked the right lane because Cody Smart and company got held up. That might have just sealed it there. White flags in the air for Matty Crenshaw. Cody Smart got around, but it might be too little too late as Matty Crenshaw, the Orbit Chevy Corvette, will pick up her first career DRL Red Bull GT Series win here today at Hillside. And the caution is out, but it doesn't matter. The race is over. Oh, big wreck. Luis Hernandez, the points leader. Skylar Taylor's involved. Josh Harmon. Carlos Rodriguez involved. Oh, boy. We're definitely going to take a look at a replay before we show you your finishing results. What happened over here? Okay, I'm going to see what happened here. Skylar Taylor. Oh, that's your team owner. Josh Harmon got into his team owner, Skylar Taylor. Oh, boy. Talk about throwing the championship wide open as far as that's concerned. And that was all because of the lap car there. There's Skylar Taylor in the wall. That was Luis Hernandez who was having a fine run. Carlos Rodriguez got involved, and I believe that's Samad Oskin. Yes, it is. And then I don't know what in the world the 9 was doing. Runs into the 20 of Luis Hernandez, but Skylar Taylor, as a owner of ST Motorsports, got wrecked by her driver. Oh boy, if you thought Zachary Taylor or Cody Smart roughing each other up, good night, Charlie Brown. And that's what happened there, as Matty Crenshaw has gone to victory lane here today at Hillside International Raceway. Standings are no doubt official. Smart will get second. Crenshaw, by the way, gets rookie of the race. Lane Aurora, third. Chaz Farmer, fourth. Courtney Lynn. Will Parrish, Kasumi Takashi, K Langeland, Kyler Anderson, and Bradley Reim will complete your top 10. Top 15 was Jackson Harrison, Andrew Williams, Annie Crenshaw, Sebastian Palmer, and Emma Kaiser, who complete your top 15. Look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. This is where the points are going to get really shaken up after this race. Technically, you can say 3 cautions. Josh Harmon, last car on the lead lap, although I have a good feeling he's going to have an explanation to his team owner, Skylar Taylor, on why he decided to take her out, who was having a top 20 run going, and she ended up 31st. Henrietta Fitzwater and Nathan Murphy also finished 1 lap down as far as that is concerned. And then 7 drivers did not reach the conclusion of the race. Dylan Van Dyke, T Mauser, Anthony Finelli, Sean Art, Logan Williams, Jesse Art, and J Underhill. T Mauser second in points, 35th. Jesse Art 39th, third in points. So, and where did Tatiana Noguera finish in this deal? 23rd. She was 4th in points. So I can tell you, Hillside really played its part in shaking up the points, and we're going to have a major point shakeup heading into next week at Michigan International Speedway, which is next on the calendar for the Red Bull GT Series. But thank you all for joining me for today's race at Hillside. If you enjoyed this carnage race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS crew today. We showed your full finisher results. Your rookie points and overall points are down in the description heading into next week at Michigan. Until then, I've been Dita signing off. Please join the DRL Discord. We would appreciate you that, and we'll see you guys next time as you've been watching another broadcast of the DRL Red Bull GT Series on the PCS Race Sports and Gaming channel, celebrating 14 years as the best center racing around the world since 2017.